Okay. You know something? I can't help it. I love this fucking music on here. The music really makes this game. Now, I mean, it's classic fucking vampire music. I mean, listen to the music. It's classic vampire music. Hey, what's up, Don? This is classic fucking vampire music. I love this shit, man. This is like Bram Stoker's Dracula shit. It is! This fucking game is so cool. Anyways, this game's way better than... I'm doing good. This game, I'm doing very good, Don. Thank you for asking. Now, this game, what I was saying was this game, I think this game is way better than Last of Us or Last of Us 2. I just gotta say that. It's way fucking better than Last of Us or Last of Us 2. And why do I say that? Why do I say that? Because you don't have a bunch of fucking whiny little bitches like on Last of Us or Last of Us 2 bitching about, I lost my blah blah blah. You got some... These fucking vampires actually got what's called balls. They actually have cojones. And they face death with a smile on their face. And when somebody fucks with them, they go after them for revenge, and they don't fucking think anything of it. They don't give it a second thought. In Last of Us and Last of Us 2, the whiny little lesbian bitches get all butthurt when they have to get revenge on somebody or something or other. And vampires don't react to situations like that. They live fucking forever. They don't fucking care. They could care less about your little SJW fucking PC bullshit. They'll just fucking drain you like a little... Mountain Dew Code Red. They'll just drink you up just like a Mountain Dew Code Red and call it a day. Very refreshing. I love this game. This game is so freaking cool. But yeah, compared to some other games I've seen, style of gameplay, this one hands down is way better. I mean, look at this guy. He just looks so fucking cold. He's got that look in his eyes like, yes, I'm a very refined doctor in England.
I cannot enter.
Shit! Son of a bitch. Anyways, this is a really cool game. I recommend this game to anybody. Anybody who plays it, I recommend this game to. Yeah, I think this game's way... If people want a reprieve from Last of Us or Last of Us 2, I recommend this game to anybody who wants to break from that piece of shit game. Another thing I like about this game is that you actually have crafting, and you have where you can level up your weapons. The gameplay on this is a lot like, and I've said this before in one of my other videos, it's a lot like, but... I am not home right now. Oh, you're not at home right now. Where are you at? She's not at home right now. Okay. Well, we're...
Are you bloody stupid?
By the way, that was a bone saw I just used on this guy. I just used a fucking bone saw on this guy as a weapon. That's fucking cool. I love it. Let's check down the aisle there to see if there's any... Okay, looks like we got a guy. Really? Well, of course I did, fucker. What'd you expect? That's right, fuckers. You fuckers. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna level my guy up again. I'm gonna have to level my guy up again, guys, because this isn't... Well, I do like the dashing part of this game. What do we have here? Huh. Interesting. No, I don't want to go backwards. What are you talking about? Open the trash can and get the goodies out of it. But yeah, this Vampire game is really cool. I recommend it to anybody I know on here that plays PlayStation 4. Well, obviously my friend Dawn is not at home right now, but I'm here. Yeah, this game's way better than that Last of Us 2. And if people must know, yes, I've played both those games. I didn't like either one of them. I do like this one, though. This game is really freaking cool. I'm trying to find a way... Okay, let's see here. I think I might have to go back this way. I may have to go back to the hospital. Okay, find... Whitechapel. Find Richard... Nathan Croft. Find... Clayton Cassidy, I guess that's what that says. Okay, well, dude, what the fuck? Quit jumping around like a madman. Alright, let's go to map. Go to my map. Hey! Okay. Would this be the proper street to go through? Feed off you motherfuckers too. Thank you. You motherfucker. I need to remember that our R3 is fucking dash, or it's auto aim. Like, you can auto aim on your enemies, but you have to use the R3 to auto aim, which is very handy in a fight, especially if you have like a couple of people attacking you at the same time. It's like, well, I can't go in there. Is there a way up that I can go? Wait a minute. What's this? Where does this take me? Takes me to this warehouse. Okay, well, maybe that's a way through here, because it doesn't seem like there's a way through there. Okay. The fuck? Oh, tell me this is not another one of these. You motherfucker. Fuck. Oh, motherfucker. Yourself, dog. Fucking beast. I won't fucking have any of that shit.
Turn around, sir. Don't shoot my fucking face!
Oh shit. Didn't want to do that. Take that. The fuck? Oh. It's a fucking bush. Okay, so let's see where to go, where to go, where to go, where to go. Oh, that's where I gotta go. That's where I gotta go. Well, let's hope these people are more reasonable.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Huh. Very, very helpful. Clayton Darby. He's one of the guys I gotta talk to.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
It's confidential. Speaking as a doctor, I'm sure you understand.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Huh. He never goes out.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his
Interesting.
letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Huh. Never goes out.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nivical?
He would
He
never
spends most
invite
of
him
his
in.
time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never lets him in his house. Well, I wonder why he never lets him in his home. Could it be because he's a goddamn vampire like me? That could be it. He's a goddamn bloodsucker and he don't want to let him in the house because, well, you never know what them some bitches will do. No, it's kind of like the story of the scorpion and the fox, you know. The fox, the scorpion tells the fox, "Could you help me across the river? The water's kind of rough and I can't swim." And the fox says, "But you'll sting me." Fuck. No, the fox offers the scorpion a ride across the river. And the scorpion says, "Well, what if I sting you?" Oh no, wait. What the fuck? I'm getting that proverb all mixed around. Long story short, the scorpion stings the fox, and they both start to drown. And the fox says, "Why did you sting me?" And the scorpion says, "It's in my nature."
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go.
I know.
Inform the country.
It sounds like gibberish. I don't know. A lot of times I don't fucking make sense. You know what? I really don't fucking care. The point is, you don't trust the goddamn scorpion. Because the motherfucker will sting you because it's in their nature to do it. They're creatures of habit. Like, you know. Well, I won't say.
That's quite honourable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. Why, I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
That's funny. That's a rarity in this day and age. An independent journalist who's going after the story and the truth. That's fun. People on CNN and MSNBC and all those goddamn leftist news organizations, they're always saying that we're journalists and we tell the truth. No, you don't. You're a bunch of fucking liars.
So you risk your life.
And fuckers at CNN never tell the truth.
I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Really? Well, maybe the public doesn't want you to be in their fucking... You ever thought about that? That people just don't want you to fucking be there?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Sounds familiar, don't it? They come up with any excuse to sweep one story under the rug and bring another story to light just so they can freaking, hey, this is real news right here. Screw the influenza. They don't need to know about that shit. Are you serious? You dumbass.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
That's very true. I'm sorry, but that's absolutely 100% true. I mean, look at what's happening in Washington today. We got Ilhan Omar and the fucking squad in Washington that's wreaking fucking havoc. Bunch of socialist communists. That's what happens. And you can't say that about all of them because some of them are conservative.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias. What exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous.
Pretty much.
You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes. But you are seeking up.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few.
As a doctor,
What do you mean?
the beast.
I have heard enough. Goodbye.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace. Whitechapel is not just disease, desertion, and...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Okay. Do we got another crazy person on our hands? Because there was one at the hospital that I hang out in. You know, that I rest when daylight is here. I rest there. And so, the hospital that I'm based at, there's a woman there talking about how she's a vampire. And I'm a vampire, and I'm listening to this crazy woman talk about how she is and how she thinks she is. It's weird.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives, how she survives, whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Huh.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Huh. Okay.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Well, this guy's going to be someone's evening meal. Not me, but somebody is going to come along and he's going to suck this guy dry. Jesus.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for
He's just a
start,
big
my
bag
dear
of
Doctor.
blood right now. He's just a
What are
great
your
big bag of
thoughts on the
blood.
terrible situation in this city.
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Wow.
Peaceful. That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Well, what else can I do?
Very well. Goodbye then.
Bitch won't talk to me, okay.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please. You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
It's locked.
Okay. Is she not in here anywhere? Guess not. Talking about Dorothea. Guess I gotta go through here and find her.
Razvan, can you hear my voice? I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along? We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
This one's a top! Watch it! It's a killer! Die, vermin!
can't believe I'm doing this.
I can believe it. You're eating rat. He's a rat eater.
Human blood. Whoever
All I have
left
to
these
do,
marks
Louis,
did
is to
so
find you,
deliberately.
is to follow the corpses of rats.
Crush the leech, boys!
Bitch. Alright, let's switch to a fucking steak. Let's switch to... Well, maybe... Yeah, use that instead. Whoa, okay. Oh, what the fuck? Okay.